Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing, Miss Penny?
How you doing, Miss Tania? I am doing fine. Praise the Lord. Thank God we're here. Thank God we made it.
Yes, ma'am. All
Amen.
right. So, my fancy, fabulous friends, get excited. I am loving today's topic. This is Fancy Fit Friday. Get excited.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. And this fancy talk, this fancy chat is now in session.
Yes, yes.
All right. So let's start everything off right. Our fancy fact of the day is drum roll.
Okay.
For our fancy fact of the day, a person walks 65,000 miles in their lifetime.
Wow.
That's equivalent to walking around the entire earth 3 times. Give it up for the fancy fact.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is
today's
wow.
topic is, as you guys can see, walk it out, walk your way to fancy fitness. So
Yeah.
today we are going to talk about walking, why it's important,
Mm-hmm.
how it has benefited us, how it can help you. And we are going to chat it up. And I am happy to be here with you guys on another Friday. So every Friday at 8 p.m., it is Fancy Fit Friday. And Fancy Fit Friday is all about fitness, fashion, and all things fancy.
Yes.
All right. So, Miss Penny, we are going to open it up with
Mm-hmm.
my first question is, how often do you walk? And
Mm-hmm.
let's hear about your journey with walking and how it has, helped you in your life and what it means to you.
Amen, amen. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a blessed Friday. Well, you know what? If we really start off on when I really talk about when I started walking, and not just for exercise, but just, for curricular, walking. My mom always walked. She used to always take us down the road when we was growing up. And basically, to be honest with you, that really spunked me to always, walk. I never saw my mom when she came home. Sometimes now, I've seen like, even family members, and as I was growing up, and my sister and them, they would come home and they would just get in the bed or rest or stay in the house. Not my mom. She was never like that. So she used to get home, take care of the kids. And that evening, as everything done settled down through the family, she always go like this time of day. Oh, we going walking, or early in the mornings. As long as the weather's nice, we will go walking. So that really inspired me. And through my life, and as I grew up, through years, and as I got growing, I always loved it going outside and taking a walk. So, walking for me really had helped my life in everything, and I know walking is good for the body, good for your heart. Walking is good for you, to maintain, and you don't have to be on a diet. You don't have to be, big, small, or medium size. But walking in itself is good. And the doctors even tell you that, walking every day or how often as you can is very good. So I started walking at a very young age with my mom because she always did that. Until the Lord took her home, she was never down. My parents, they stayed active, and that's what I love about it is that they were not type of people that stayed in the bed or stayed on the couch or stay on the TV. There was time for that, but most of all, they stayed active. So walking has really, helped me in my life to maintain, my mobility in my life. As you get older, gracefully in the Lord, you want to continue to keep on being able to do. There are people my age and your age that are not healthy, and we have to look at it like this, and we can go back, how you said people walk, and how now, if you walk a lifetime and how you walk three times of times around the earth, and that's amazing. And you look back in the Bible, we go back in the Bible days, when Jesus did his ministry, when the disciples did their ministry, when Apostle Paul did the ministry, they were walkers. And I mean, you just think about it. We think about the physical, but just think about the health, the health for your body. Walking is good for stress. They always tell you exercise and stress, it's good to maintain and keep your body going. And I'm telling you, I just love walking, and I have adapted to my life. My husband has adapted to it. What really started my husband, I'm gonna say this, is that when he started walking, is that when we got our little Shih Tzu, and when he would go out there and walk her, and when
Oh.
he went to the doctor, just by every day, he would walk her more than I did. Make sure she went out to the bathroom, went down the road and walk her, and that really inspired him to walk.
Mhm.
And he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Well, I don't know what you've been doing, but whatever you've been doing, you need to keep doing." He said, "Well, I go out there and walk my dog." He said, "Well, you need to keep walking because his numbers as a diabetic, you know, got better. So walking
Mhm.
does help. A lot of people depended on the medicine, and there's certain things, like I said, I know everybody ain't able, but let me tell you, do a little at a time, and you don't have to go outside. There's time, I walk early in the morning. There's time I don't go outside. I walk in my home. I make a pathway in my home and I walk, pray and walk. So walking has really been a part of my life to keep me physically active, and I love it. And any exercise I would do, I maintain walking. So
Right,
walk, yeah,
right.
I
Yeah,
maintain.
and me too. I mean, that is like the number one
Yeah.
booster. Like when you're like out of shape or something
Mm-hmm.
happens and you need to start, you need to start getting active again. The
Mm-hmm.
first step for me is walking.
Yeah.
It is also just like a good foundation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because there's so many benefits to walking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mentally, like it's like
Yeah.
your time to think, your time to reflect.
Yeah.
There's like it can bring you so much peace, so much clarity, right? When you're just walking and just clearing your head, bringing down your stress level,
Yes.
right?
And that's what
So,
you
so
said.
walking is definitely
She
great for
said,
that and getting you,
yes.
like 90% of weight loss
Yes.
is mental,
Yes.
right? So, walking is so like just it triggers your mind to
Yes.
really, focus, and you're very just deliberate with your weight loss journey when you're walking.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like as just every step, like you feel like you're accomplishing
Yeah.
something mentally,
And one good
right?
thing about it, not to cut you off, you can do it at your own pace, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get better with it, you get faster, because there's times I do fast walking, sometimes I just do a normal walk. So do it at your own pace.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. And walking has better benefits than jogging in some instances. I know
Wow.
some people like jogging is, you're obviously moving faster,
Mhm.
but just the amount of muscles that you use when you walk
Mhm.
and all of that is, I mean, it is really, really helpful. And the good thing about walking is that everyone knows how to do it. It's easy,
That's so true. Everybody,
free, right? It's free. It's for
yeah.
all ages. I will never forget. There was this one. It was a feature article that I wrote in college,
Mhm.
and the class was like magazine journalism, and
Mm.
so we had to like go around Gainesville, Florida, and just like find what we call soft news, like features,
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this group of elderly people walking in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, was able to like kind of get into like their mental and like just how walking just helped them so much with their life and with
Mm-hmm.
just staying focused and just having something to live for and staying healthy and all of the things that it helped them with. And I was able to kind of, put all of that into that article in college.
Yes.
And it just really opened my eyes, to like the possibilities of doing something as simple as walking, right? And
Yes.
also, it's a way to like bridge the gap between different age groups because
Yes.
it's something that
Yes.
everyone can do together. Like my family will just go on a walk and we love it. And it's a time to like bond, just,
Mm-hmm.
the 4-year old, my 12-year-old, me, my husband, when my parents are in town, they can come, and walk with us. And so it's also just it's nice socially if you have others with you, and it's
Yes.
also nice mentally if you do it alone.
Yes, and then you're right, and everything you're right. And so you said you did a report on walking, right? You did was something for college that you had to do.
Yeah, yeah. So it was just, a feature article, and I was able to find this group of Walmart, these elderly people that met early in the morning, as soon as the mall. Actually, it was before the mall opened, and
Yes,
they would
yes,
just walk around the mall, and they formed a community
that's a
from just
blessing.
walking, in the mall.
And that is so inspirational because as elderly people, you think of them just knitting and doing craft and stuff like
Hmm.
that. No, we are here exercising and walking around.
Yes.
And because that helps them mentally, physically, it's good for
Hmm.
them. It's good for your body, your heart, your spirit, your mind, your soul, everything. I used to When my son used to stay, in Georgia before they moved. They moved in a newer community, and I used to love it. Oh my gosh. I mean, like where we live at, it's an older community, but still, yeah, we have nice neighbors and stuff. But we used to love that community and going there because we had some nice people and just love the scenery, especially if you're in an area, like sometimes we'll walk downtown, our city and area, and just watch sometimes the scenery and stuff like that. Like you said, and sometimes, if we're not on the prayer line, we get up and we go walking early in the morning. But like I said, because it's so hot now, if we
Mhm.
miss it, we can't go in the hot heat or something like that.
Right.
But we still walk and pray and stuff. But yeah, that is so inspirational to hear that because, like I said, you think of elderly people, just knitting and crafting and sewing or doing things like that. And that is very inspirational because when you can come together, like you said, as a as even as a church group or organization, whatever you're in, that is a blessing. And I encourage people, walk, walk, get up. Don't, I'm telling you, my dad told me something that was so powerful a few years ago before the Lord, called him home. And I used to say, Dad, why are you always doing something? He used to been, a farmer, he used to like farm and stuff. And he always used to stay active and stuff. And I said, why you do that? He said, well, Penny, you got to understand something. As you get older, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And I always remember that what he told me,
Yeah.
because a lot of times, we make an excuse that why we cannot walk, or, we're too busy to walk, or,
Right.
to work, we cannot walk. Mm-mm. There's no excuse. You can do it in your home. I'm telling
Everyone can walk. Everyone can walk,
you.
right? No matter what, if you're well, most people can walk. I guess I should clarify that.
Well,
Most of the
because
people who say that it's
most
hard for them to exercise can at least walk.
at least
And
and walk that's why I said walk at your own pace, because it
right.
can be overwhelming if you're not active in it.
Mhm.
It can be because, like, think about people who cannot walk. They got to go to therapy, but they got to get up and try to walk.
Exactly. That's always the first step.
Yeah, you got to try. And
Always
like I
the
said,
first step.
time yourself. Do 15 minutes a
Hmm.
day until you get stronger. Let me tell
That's
you this
right.
story here. I remember, and I talk about the same shit snooze, God, but I just, oh, my little doggy, but I had it for 8 years and I lost her like a year ago, but God knows. But let me tell you, when she came, she was like 5 years old, and I got her from my daughter-in-law, my son, family, her mother, and she had these beautiful Shih Tzus that were black and white, but
Uh-huh.
different ones of friends and family had them, and this one certain one, they didn't was taking care of her, and then at the time, I just had lost a little pup, he was so little, but I was so heartbroken, and so my daughter said, "Mom, I might can get Tessa for you." I said, "Okay," she's 5 years old and she's already trained. So my son used to laugh at her because they used to go over there, and those it was two of them just like twins, and one of them always used to bark at him, but not Tessa. Tessa always the one I got. But she had a funny walk, and her leg was so yeah, because see, like they were not her mom wasn't the type of person that got out and walk all the time, but she'll let the dogs go out, do their stuff. And I'm pretty sure he didn't stay out there. She didn't stay out there that long. So when
Mhm.
we got her and my husband started walking and her and everything, we walked her. Um, that for some reason she lost that funny walk. It was like a limp almost in her walk. 'Cause my
Mhm.
son,
Mhm.
he was a comedian. Mama, what you want that little funny looking crippled dog for? And they laugh at him. So from the
Mhm.
years to come, I said when he came back and he was to the house, I said, "Now look at Tessa. You call Tessa a funny walking dog, but look at her leg." He said, "Oh my God,
Right.
Dad, she don't have the limp no more." Because when she was walking, her leg got stronger.
Yeah, she got stronger and better. And here, Jane, she says, when I walk, I don't really feel like I'm exercising. Exactly. Me
Exactly.
neither. Me neither. Like you guys see me, like we had on this channel last year, Walk With Me Wednesdays. And I was just walking and talking and wearing my fancy clothes because the thing is, when you're walking, you're not like restricted.
Yeah.
You don't, you just walk and you can just, dress up and make it fun. And
But
I just didn't feel like I was exercising, even
yeah,
though I knew I was, but I was just having such a good time.
yes, I agree. But maybe when the fall come, we can do a live walk one morning, and we'll do us a walk. And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out.
Yeah,
That'll be
it was
fun.
awesome. And then we have Roy. He says, "You are right." He's talking to you, Miss Penny. He said, "You are right. I have two bad knees. It was hard in the beginning. Now it's okay."
See, God be the
Right?
glory."
Yep,
Exactly.
that's right. That's
Well,
right. So, like, you just let that be your first step, and then you just get it going and you just build on it. And
I'm
you just
telling
walk a little bit longer and a little bit farther and a little bit, you just get better and better every day.
but you know what
So,
it is? It keeps your joints oiled. I will put it like that. You remember the
yeah.
Tin Man, right? He had
Yeah.
knees he was squeaky. So guess what, guys? Don't get squeaky. Okay.
Right.
If you walk and move around, it'll loosen up joints. Because you don't want
Right.
seriously, your body is almost like if you don't use that car. I remember
Mhm.
someone had a car and they said they wasn't using it. Don't you know that car went down, the battery went down, the condition of that car just started going chaos.
Deteriorated, huh?
So if you don't use your body, this is God.
Mhm.
God bless us with his body. Take care of your body. And
Mhm.
also, I know drink a lot of water. And like I said, I'm not saying you got to drink. I know they say bottles, 8 ounce or
Like
8 bottles a day. But
eight
drink,
glasses, I think.
I drink as much as I can. Some days I drink a little more than others, and some days I don't, to be honest with you. But
Mhm.
like I said, but walk, and it's best if you can, it's best to exercise on a not too much of a full belly, but
Mhm.
to me, I feel like now this is for me, maybe someone else might do it a little different. I can exercise better early. I'm an early morning person. I like to move around and I like to do
Mhm.
things, but sometimes I can walk better when I'm not too full, if that makes sense. You know,
Mhm.
uh, and if you can, like I said, but if you need a little appetite or coffee to get started,
Mhm.
hey, to God be the glory. I ain't hating on you, but just do a little bit at a time. But that's a
Mhm.
blessing that, I'm telling you, it works. It works. And all the time I'm telling you, even now, still with COVID still out there, we have not gone back to our local gym because it's a small gym. Now, if
Mhm.
Planet Fitness was around, we probably would have been in there. But like I said, some people are going back in the gym, but I don't have a treadmill, but I can walk in my home. So
Yes, yes. And
yeah.
also, with the walking, you just mentioned, COVID. When that started, I was walking so much more because it's a way to get out of the house.
Yes, yes, you're so
You get to
right.
walk around, right? You get to walk around the neighborhood, get some fresh air,
Yes. Oh my
and
God,
then
you
you get to sightsee and look around and be nosy.
yes, yes. And you can put your mask on and walk, or you don't have to because you're not fresh
Well,
air.
you don't even see anyone. I noticed
And
that's
most of
something else I noticed is people watching. Like I would watch people like mowing their lawn with a mask on.
yeah,
Like, but there's no one around. Why do you have on a mask? I didn't understand that.
but maybe
There's still
maybe
things
for the
I don't
sinus or
understand.
something, because sometimes when like if you cut grass, and I know some people have to put it on because they deal with sinus, and that grass will irritate that sinus if it
Okay, yeah, yeah, maybe that was the reason. I
too.
was
But yeah,
thinking that it was because of the
but yeah, it could be that too. But yeah, but some people have allergies and stuff when it comes
Okay.
to grass and stuff. So but like I said, my husband cuts grass, so if I were to, I probably would have to myself because I don't want my sinus to get irritated. Which I don't get it, but every now and then. But when I get it, I don't like it. So yeah,
Yes, when we talked, was it today or yesterday or our husbands were doing something with the grass
yeah, you cut the grass.
at the same time. Yeah. My husband is doing a phenomenal job. Let me tell you, we have
Yeah,
some
he
green
did that.
grass.
Oh my God. Now he pushed the lawnmower and stuff and get a lot of his steps and get good steps too with that about
Oh yeah.
20,000. But he said that he had to ride and but he had to fix
He
the
had the
tire.
riding lawnmower, so he's not getting his steps anymore.
Yeah, but he
But
had to
it's a good
fix the
job.
tire on it. But nevertheless, when he do it, he does get a lot of steps. And I told him, he said, "Well, you come out here and cut." No,
That's
not
okay.
that. I'll
That
do
is okay. I'm
now.
like, you're just doing such a great job. I do not want to,
I don't want to mess you up. Come on.
I don't want to get in your way.
Now, if I have to do it, yeah, I'll do it. But I went out there yesterday because he told me to cut the hedges and stuff, so I did that.
You
And
did that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I do that. And then he said he had pick up the leaves and the stuff from it. So oh, I don't cut the grass. I should be doing this. I said, well, you helping me out, God be the glory.
We have one tree, and about 6 months ago, I helped, sweep the leaves.
Oh,
I can't even say I do it all the time. I can't
yeah,
even
I
say.
don't. Every night, then I'll be honest with you, because he do it, so I don't. That's
Yeah.
I like
That's
things to look pretty, but that is not my cup of tea.
right, right. And
Yeah,
then with another thing that I really, enjoy about walking is that it's very motivating,
yeah.
right? So when I say motivating, for example, when I had both of my children
Mm-hmm.
after that weight gain,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to lose that weight right after
Mm-hmm.
by walking because when you put on a lot of weight, it's hard to like do like the normal workouts,
Yeah.
right? So just and then I was walking faster and faster and faster, you know, and walking for a longer period of time. So it's very motivating when you feel like you've like hit, I don't want to say rock bottom. I don't want to go make it that, but for some people, it's like you feel mentally like you've hit like rock bottom in terms of your fitness.
Mm-hmm.
That is a motivating way to just pick yourself up and keep going
I
because
do.
you know your confidence. You know you can walk.
Yeah, and that's true. And I believe God made our bodies to stay active because I'm not saying that A lot of time people looking at staying active is okay. I'm going to ride to the store. I'm riding to the movie. I'm going out to the mall. No, that's
Yeah.
not what we're talking about.
No.
But that physical, somewhere you need to get some kind of exercise. And like I
Mhm.
said, do it to your capacity and so that you won't hurt yourself because,
Right.
everybody can't, walk that much or they can't walk as much.
Mhm.
Uh, and, like I said, for many different reasons, of course. But, we just hope that, you just be wise about what you're doing, use
Mhm.
wisdom. And like I said, and start slow every day. If God can do it for my shishnu who had a funny leg, He'll do it. For anyone. God said He do it for the sparrows and the birds. I'm gonna put it like that. So He will take care of us. So we got to
Yes.
really, put it in action. A lot of times, like walking is a part of exercising to help us with fitness, but you got to be
Mhm.
very mindful of your eating habits too now because you
Mhm.
know you can't just say, okay, I walk 4 5 miles today. Now I'm going to um, jump down two burgers and two large fries and a
So
milkshake. And
do people I mean, I wonder about the percentage of people that actually put in that much work and walk that much
then
that will
go for the
actually
bag.
and just
It's
do
like,
that.
yeah, you'll be surprised. I've heard people say, well,
Wow.
I'm gonna exercise it off. Really? You
Right.
I don't know if that will work. Uh, stuff against the water or something like that. But you got to use wisdom. I remember, a few people have said, and I've heard a lot of people said. I mean, I heard this young lady. She was really, really overweight, and she said, "What she did to lose it, she walked every day, and I'm sure she cut down her appetite too. Cut down that eating habit. Cut down eating late. Cut
Mhm.
down eating carbs. All this go hand in hand. And it does help you. It
Mhm.
does.
For sure, for sure.
Sure.
And w- my next question about walking for you, Miss Penny,
Hmm.
is do you have a memory
Hmm.
that involves walking? Like
Well,
a fond memory. Do you have like a fond memory
and
in
I
your
do, and that's
that
as we,
involves walking?
and I'll say that again with my mom, walking with my mom, because when I went walking with my mom, like other neighborhood children always came too. So my mom was one
Mhm.
person that always was active and walked, and that
Mhm.
really is, she inspired me with that, because she,
Mhm.
that's a memory I'll never forget. And even my husband, like when my mom was like I would say maybe 83, 84, she still was walking. She's a good walker. I mean, she was good. I mean, so he said one day, he said, I was walking with your mom, and I was like, whew, I was hoping she would slow down, but she was moving fast. You can walk, baby. You got to walk when you walk with her. So this person as a pastor had stopped and talked to her. He said, oh, I was so glad he stopped. So, now. So I'm telling you, there are elderly people out there who are active. They go to the gym, the YMCA. They walk a lot, and honey, they'll run a marathon around us because, like I said, this young generation is different. They don't want
Mhm.
to get out. We were never, and I say that again. We stayed active. My mom didn't let us just sit up in the house because she first of
Mhm.
all wasn't a house person. And like
Mhm.
I said, I'm not saying that you're gonna have to just be outside because right now it's so hot. But the children
Mhm.
now don't know how to get out and be active and
Right.
have fun. And that's why sometimes we kind of get together with the family and we try to do outside activities. So, to
Mhm.
get the kids off of the games and stuff. And which don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with that in its entirety, but you got to be careful with I'm not sure of the number, but in America the obesity is so bad, even in young people. It's very bad. And you got to think about dealing with obesity, and especially if it runs in your family, like diabetes and stuff. You just got to be careful. You got to be careful. Ask God to give you the wisdom and strength, and like I said, and just be mindful. Keep up with your daily activity. Now, that's a memory for me, my mom. Because that's what really motivated me as I grew up in life to always walk. I
Mhm.
don't care how much I work during the week, even if I can't do it during the week and time don't permit, or you be busy. Sometimes you got things at the school with the kids, but sometime that week, even if it just be the day when I'm off, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
walking doing something.
That's
So
right.
I will never. That's a memory that's something that is installed in me, and I thank God
Mhm.
for that.
Yes, yes, that is wonderful. With
Yeah.
me, when you mentioned your mom and walking, the fun, I mean, I have so many funny memories of my
Mhm.
mom because my mom used to walk, and she still does walk really fast. But as a little child, trying to keep up with my mom at like the mall and, just different places that you would go,
Yes.
like, she is such a fast walker. And I would like literally be like doing like a jog just to stay with her. We would go different places.
I'm telling you, it seems that way when they keep up with it. I mean, it's no nonstop. It's no nonstop. I remember, like, part of our church with our apostle, and we went walking on the, it was the Johnson, Mount Pleasant Bridge, and
Mhm.
some of the women, some of the people in church, they were like worn out. And apostle, let's go. I can keep up with you because I'm a walker. Because she's a
Mhm.
good walker and she stays in the gym. She always exercise, and she's very fit and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
I'm telling you, that walking is amazing. You keep up with it, you maintain it. Just set your time. Even if you can't do it every day, at least I would say 3 days or 4 days out the week, at least 3 days. Start
Mhm.
somewhere.
Yes.
Start.
Yes. And like speaking of like aging, like as you get older,
Mm-hmm.
walking is something that it can always keep up with you,
Yes.
whatever age you become,
Yes.
right?
And
You can be
so
a young walker or older walker. It can just take you throughout your entire
true.
life.
Yes.
And so, like, just regardless of your challenges and
Yeah.
your circumstances, that's something that you can always fall back on.
Now,
And
now you are so right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, in our neighborhood, there's a few elderly people I see walk from time to time, but not as much. But when we was in my son's neighborhood, I see a lot of elderly people walking. A lot of people. And that was a blessing. Not just the elderly, I see all type of ages, but I'm just emphasizing on the elderly people because it was a blessing just to see them walk. You know.
and what I notice a lot of, which is so motivating, is like the new moms at the strollers.
Oh yes, yes.
And when they really get into it, you'll see moms with the double strollers.
Oh
And
come on.
like, and then they're like, they get to the point where they've built their confidence with the walking, and then they're jogging
Yeah,
with the strollers and double strollers. It's like incredible to watch. It is so motivating. It
yeah,
really is. Well, you know what? Like, Gwendolyn, she is visiting like all of these different parks, 25 parks. We discussed that
oh
last show.
yeah, yeah. She did say
Yeah, just for boys. I was watching a live, I believe, yesterday that she had. And walking can also be a way for you to visit different parks and
yes,
trails and walking trails near your home. And
yes,
just to kind of explore, like those nature trails and different
yes,
things.
yes,
And,
yes.
and it's like an adventure. And you're
It
just all,
really
you're walking, you're keeping up with your fitness, and you're
is.
also getting adventure all in one.
Yeah,
So,
it is an
like,
adventure.
that's something that's cool about walking too.
And that is so true. And that when you said that about the park, I remember we went to Savannah, Georgia. It's like an
Mhm.
hour, and I
Oh,
was
I've been to Savannah. It's so beautiful.
and I've been with my son. I knew because they stayed in Pooler, which about 20, 30 minutes, 20 minutes to get give or take to the traffic. And we had went me, my son, I'm sorry, my grandson, and
Mhm.
my daughter-in-law, and we went to the park. And when you said that, it brought memories of back. And I
Mhm.
did tape it, and it was so nice. And I said, "Oh wow, I wish this was close," And
Mhm.
that was such a big park, and there was so much people walking in it. And I like, wow, it was nice. I mean, it's so nice to really go to a nice park and in your city and walk, and like I said, if you don't have that, I walk in our me and my husband, sometimes we'll walk downtown and we'll just walk around the areas and stuff,
Mhm.
walk sometime in our backyard. As a matter of fact, we used to walk so much in the backyard, we had a road path in the backyard. So he said, well, y'all got a bad backyard. So yeah, yeah, that's how much we used to walk back there. So I'm telling you, it just whatever can inspire you to do it. And you feel better when you get out the house. People don't realize that
Mhm.
you don't have to go out to adventure shopping or go out of
Mhm.
town. And sometimes we have things right in our city and we never explore it. We never go
Right.
into it. We never look at it. So that'll be an opportunity. You and your family go together. You don't got to go to the movies and or you
Right.
don't go and spend a bunch of money out eating. Just go explore. Let's go for a walk.
Yes, yes. Jane is saying, walking brings me closer to nature. It
Yeah,
does. That
yeah,
is always that is
yes,
always a good thing. It really does. I mean, you never know what you'll see while you're walking. You'll see a
yes,
beautiful rainbow.
yes,
I
yes,
mean, you'll see all types of just beautiful things.
yes. And
It's just, I mean, it's
everything,
amazing.
especially like some areas like when you really have those tourist things and certain things, and you see, like you say, you see so many beautiful things around.
Mhm.
Some things that you don't see by just driving in the car.
Right,
You know,
exactly,
you
exactly. And not, and another thing, it's not like manufactured like air, like you're in your car and you have the AC and all
yeah,
of that. It's
yeah,
out there and you can just smell the fresh
yeah,
air. Now, in
yes,
South Florida, you can actually smell the beach. Like
yes,
that's another, element depending on where you live.
and
Like
yeah,
whatever, environment you are in, you can just it's not just you're not just there, but you can smell it. You can feel the
yeah,
environment.
yes,
Like you're almost, just one with nature. And
yeah,
that is something that is so uplifting to your spirit. It just lifts your spirit.
yeah, and that would be good. You're right. We had went to the beach. I think it was maybe a couple of months ago. Well, I think it was around Mother's Day. I know it was around Mother's Day. My mother-in-law, my husband, mom, and she wanted to like we were like, what you want for Mother's Day? So she told her son and my husband she want to go to the beach. I'm like, she want to go to the beach. I'm like, okay. So she want a picnic at the beach. So we
Mhm.
did go, but me and my husband, we went walking on the beach. So you're right. And if you're able to go to the beach, I love walking on the beach. I live about maybe an hour from the beach, give or take 45 minutes or an hour.
Mhm.
But still, yet, I used to live closer to the beach at one time. I used to stay where the beach was at. And it was nice to go on the beach in the evenings or the early mornings. Oh, those are the
Yes.
best time. That's why I love when we go to Myrtle Beach. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I
Yes,
love
Myrtle Beach is, I've been there a couple of times. It's really nice. And our honeymoon was in Charleston.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, and that was beautiful too. And around here in Georgia, there's more hiking
Hmm.
than we had in South Florida. So things in South Florida, it's totally different culture, but here it's more, hiking trails and a lot of lakes. We have Lake Lanier. We have, just so many different beautiful lakes.
Yes,
And
yeah,
it's just different because a lot of people do fishing,
yeah,
and obviously fishing is big in South Florida because there's water everywhere. But it's like a totally different feel when people are fishing here in Georgia.
Mhm.
It's like more of a like country,
I got you, I got you. Yeah, 'cause
like you don't really feel like it's 2022. Like when you're fishing, like you just feel like
I could imagine because that's around here too. They got a lot of little lakes or ponds in
oh,
their yards, and people love my brother actually, and then they put one right there. But my parents that live at way in the back part of the property, a pond. I'm like, well, how much fish ponds do we need? My brother got one. I got one. See, I was never a fisherman, so
uh,
like I said, my mom done was, and they had loved fish and stuff like that. But yeah, that could be interesting. And I guess some people see that as a sport. But like I said, I'm not a fisherman, so I can't say.
yeah. My
I can't.
dad is a fisherman, so I grew up with that. Like
Yeah,
we have like a boat and everything, but it's
yeah,
different because it's like the ocean, you know, and
yeah. It's different. It's
totally
different.
different than here. Here it's just it's like you see a lot of people with like the little
Then the
boats
lakes,
with the river and the lakes and
it's a difference. It's a difference. So,
It is. But yeah, so I kind of think of that like in terms of this like being one with nature and just having that peace and that, it's just clearing your mind and
yeah,
lowering your stress and also building your confidence.
yes,
Because, I feel like the closer you are to like the real things in life,
yes, yes,
it like keeps you centered,
yeah.
right? So like the closer you are to those things, it's just like humbling. It's good for your self confidence. So it's just really good for your mentality.
And that
And
is so. That is so
Mhm.
true. That is so true. I totally agree with that. Especially like if you live in this city, you really need to go on a nature walk, to understand,
Yes, you really
yeah,
need to get away from that. You need a break.
yeah, you need a break from it. And I'm telling you, you will like, oh my gosh, I love it. You will love it. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, you will love it.
Yes,
Mm,
I just said something that I think is kind of a theme that we're running into with this conversation. I said you need a break.
mm-hmm.
Walking is, even though you're exercising, it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're having a break.
Yes, you need it. You do. You do. I agree.
And you can't say that for other forms of exercise. Like when I'm jump roping and I'm doing this, or you're doing your ab workouts and this and that.
Oh boy, you said
That
app.
is not a break.
App by itself is a workout. Ooh, child.
Oh my
I don't,
goodness, yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I'm not good at abs now. I can do the walking.
I'm trying.
I need those abs. I'm not gonna say I don't, but ooh, Lord, you gotta help me with the walking. So I don't know about the abs yet, because ooh,
Yeah.
y'all know
Yeah,
me.
that's my next project.
I have to definitely be in a challenge to do because I like
Yeah.
mm. You said,
Yeah.
"Sis, did you do your push-ups today?" I said, "What? Oh, child, girl, I saw. I'll probably be sore. I said, I'm sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you're
can do
gonna
it.
be sore.
Yeah, you do. I mean, like, it makes you sore now. I have done it. I thought I was doing something. I thought I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna do 20 sit-ups. No, not sit-ups. Those abs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You only
Mm-hmm.
want to do 20 a day. I
The
think
crunches, the
yeah, the
stomach
crunch.
crunches.
I did 3 days and I quit.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. Like I've never quit walking,
No, I don't quit the walking
but
now.
all the other types of exercises that I've done,
It was overwhelming.
oh my goodness!
Oh,
Like,
I didn't use
have
so
you
much
ever
as I
have you ever
thought.
tried Pilates?
Oh, how you do that?
Pilates, oh my gosh, look at a video. It can wear you out. And it's like, and it's so it's not like fast, it's not like cardio, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's so I don't know, for me it's like mentally
Mm.
kind of mentally draining.
I've never tried that. I've never heard of that.
I'm like, it's hard to stick with. Like, you feel like you've accomplished something when you've done a Pilates session,
Yes.
but at the same time,
You
it's
have
like
to
it's
send me
hard
that
to
one.
get back into that mind frame to keep
Yeah,
going with.
you're gonna have to send me that one. Honestly, because I haven't. I don't think I've heard of that one. You have to send me
Yeah,
that
it's Pilates. It's been around for a while. When I moved here about 15 years ago, I was doing it, and then I just couldn't
one.
stick with it. And now I figured out why. It's because it's not easy. It's not it doesn't like it's not okay. So it's not easy, and it's
Mm,
not fun either. so so like aerobics, I like that because it's fun and it's a
yeah,
lot of work, but it's fun. And then walking is like relaxing and it's easy.
yes,
So it's
yes.
neither.
And you can do that on your own pace. You can go fast or you can slow.
Right,
You can talk
right.
on while you're walking. Well, you have to send me that one because I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, I mean, you may like it. You may like it. I try to, fit it in whenever it's good for you. It's good for toning and things, but mentally, it's just hard for me
Okay. Yeah, I'm about
to
to try
stick
that one.
with it.
I was like, okay. I'll try. I might try it. I have to look at it. Let me put like let me
I don't want to
mouth
discourage
first.
you.
Let me look at it first and let me think on it because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth like, oh my God. No. So you got to be careful when you say before you jump. So you got to look and see how deep that water is first. Let me check this
I know it's tougher than you would think.
out. Hmm. Now let me ask you a question, if you mind. So how often do you but I talked to you about me having a pacer, and me and my husband, I keep up with my steps. Like today I did 10,000. I don't think I did 10,000 yesterday. I think I did 6,000, and maybe a few days before I did 10,000. Now I don't do now there was a week one time me and my husband, we did like I think it was a month ago, I did 10,000 every day. But
That's
like when you do your stepping or walk or your stepping, or do you keep up with your certain amount that you want to reach every day, or you do it every as
I
you go?
don't. I don't. I don't. And that's just because with me, when I walk, I do it more for just it's just fun, and when I start counting and stuff, it's not as fun.
I got
So
you.
that's why now
I,
I used to. Now when walking was my main form of exercise,
I got you.
I did, but now I just walk for fun. But when I was walking to try to lose those 37 pounds after having those babies, I
Yeah,
had the fitness watch.
yeah.
I was like, oh, I did so and so amount of steps, and I was on it. But now I walk more for fun and
And
just,
that's
just staying healthy.
yeah, you do it. You still do it, but you're not keeping it up with it. Keep trying to keep it on
Exactly.
track, and that's
Yeah.
good because sometimes I do that too. But sometimes, like, okay, like with my husband, let me tell you. So sometimes he be challenging me. I like, we supposed to be walking, and you look at the challenge, and you look at you know how much I walk. No, I'm not telling you. So but he don't think I know it. I can tell. So when I tell him, if like some days like I'll get like more than him.
Uh-huh.
Like, how much you got? I said, well, how much you got? So we make it fun.
That is awesome. That's awesome. To
No,
keep
but
each other,
I don't tell him sometimes because if I get more, he's like, oh, yes.
you don't want him to win.
But I mean,
You
he
don't
get
want him to have more steps.
yeah, but most of the time he get more than me because he goes up there cut grass and like I
Uh-huh.
said, but like now that week when we did do a week, we
Uh-huh.
did 10,000 every day. Now I was at if you go on my pacer, I was at the 90 something percent, and he's always at like the 95, 96. So he get more steps than I do. But
Uh-huh.
like now I'm at 85, 86% because I wasn't, doing as much, but I just got back this week's trying to do more steps and walks and keeping account of it. Because sometimes like I do it on my phone, and if I don't carry my phone, then I'm not counting steps. But sometimes I'll do it, and then on the end of the night, when I'm not paying attention, I look, oh, I get the little graffitis because I set my goal for 10,000. And when I
Uh-huh.
get it and I go on it, I get the graffitis fall down.
Yes, I remember that. You get so excited.
I got my goal. So whatever goal you set. So if you set
Uh-huh.
5,000, that's your goal. But I set it for 10,000. And sometimes I look, oh, I got 12,000 steps. How did when I did that? Wow, look at that.
Yes,
Look at
yes.
my little graffitis on 10,000. Oh, look at my graffiti. I'll be so happy when I see my graffitis, y'all.
I know, I know. I get excited when my 4-year-old Hannah, when she runs and when I'm like, I did my 1,000 jumps, and she's like, yay, you get a medal, mommy.
My grandson, he said he was here. They went back. They've been here for 2 weeks, so they're already going back with their parents. And he said, "Okay, Grandma." The night he wanted, because sometimes he'll do steps too. He said, so he was trying to help that. He said, "I'm gonna try to hurry and get 2,000 steps." So that night we were up. It was like late, like something at 12. I said, "Well, I hope you hurry before 12 o'clock and don't change that thing because you're gonna lose some steps." So the next morning, he wanted to show her husband because he was trying to tell him, "I guarantee I'm gonna get 2,000 steps." And he looked at it. He said, "Well, where my steps went?" I said, "I told you." But 12 o'clock come, that thing started new. I said, "You got to let him have to look." I told him to look on his old steps and it'll show you what he did. But we even have sometimes, like when our grandkids come and they see what's doing that, they were like, "Okay, yeah, let me do it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it."
they love that, don't they?
See, so it helps them, to motivate to exercise, and this is what we do. My well, my son is in the service, so they automatically exercise, and my daughter-in-law, like I was telling you, how much weight she's like, little lost like 60 some pounds, and which is good.
Wow, that's a lot of weight.
Gradually, 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 gradually.
Mhm.
It wasn't all at once because she said she
Right.
had some ups and down. But like I said, but one thing I've learned is that, don't set your goal too high. Do what you can and gradually, lose the weight. I always tell, I was telling you, and Miss Gwen, telling y'all, I was saying that I have to keep my weight between 152 and 155. I'm safe right there. I looked at my weight for my height, and it says between I'm saying 135 to 163. So even when I was going up to 160, I was still in a good place for my height because I'm 5'7".
Mhm.
So like, well,
Oh yeah,
yeah, but see, like you got to go by look at your height, weight, and stuff, and keep
exactly.
it, and try to keep your height. But like I tell anyone, I'm not ashamed to say it. I fight. I don't fight over weight. I fight belly fat.
Mhm.
After you have your children, and
Yeah,
God gracefully blesses us. I didn't gain the weight, but that belly.
yeah.
I'm not trying to be doing those stomach crunches and all that stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess I just have to wear a girdle. That I don't know. Bad. But for my size, yes, I think I can get rid of it. But I think if I walk I do believe if I walk more and cut my appetite down from a lot of things I shouldn't be eating, I think that'll help
What
bring
do
it.
you think? You just said something. You said cut some things down that you shouldn't be eating. You know what I notice? People who drink a lot of sodas and
Now,
juices,
honestly,
like sodas and juices, and like sugary drinks or drinks that have like a lot of acid, like soda. I
mm,
noticed that their bellies are bigger.
yeah, I don't drink a lot of soda. I never did drink a lot of soda. I drink a lot of water, but I think with me, I just have to be careful. Don't eat too late, and because sometimes I used to try to, but I didn't all the time did this, and through the years, my mom used to tell me. She said, "When you get older, you ain't gonna be eating like that. I eat anything,
Yeah.
any time of night." And so doing that, and going to bed like that, I think that as the long run will affect your stomach area because guess what, the
Mhm.
food right there, and you ain't moving, ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I used to love eating um chocolate chip cookies.
I'm actually gonna, after we're done with this, I'm gonna go make some for my kids.
Girl, I love you so
They
I still
love
love
those.
them. I still love them, but I just can't have them like that. You know,
Yeah.
um, I love chocolate chip. I love potato chips. I don't know why I love potato chips. So there are things that, like I said, I ain't perfect with it, y'all. So there's things, so but like I said, I'm not saying that I'm gonna get in the gym and do all this training and get a trainer. I ain't gonna tell y'all that, but I'm one thing I will tell you, I'm a monitor and cut back on things and do things in moderation and not try to overdo it. I'm getting wiser about that, as we gracefully grow older, gracefully in God. But I am going to continue to walk, and that's something God has blessed us to do. I'm gonna keep doing that because
Yes.
it helps us. I am going to. That's something that I'm going to do because it keeps me, like you said, it motivates me,
Hmm.
because guys, I look at, and not discriminating nobody, God knows, but there are people younger than us can barely do what we can do. They can barely move and barely get around. They're sickly, and like I said too, it's just the grace of God. That's all I can say, that we have our strength our right mind, and able to do for ourselves. And we thank God for that. But you got to take care of yourself. It's never too late to change, your appetite and the way you eat. So
That's
I
right.
had to change my appetite from eating chocolate chip cookies. I used to love those what you call them, like those chocolate chips, thick. They call them. It ain't the brown.
Chunky. The chunky, you mean the chunky ones?
The one at Walmart. Oh
Oh,
God,
they're good. Yeah.
I'm thinking go to bed, go get my bed, go into bed, look at
They're
this.
good.
I tore them things up, and I had to stop because when that doctor told me, he said I keep eating that stuff like that and all that pasta, and she said, "Oh, look like you about to be a pre-diabetic." I said,
Mm-mm.
"Okay." I cut that stuff out. So I said,
So you
"Okay."
eat a lot of pasta?
No, not really. I cut
No.
back from it. I cut back from it. And if I do eat it, and because I eat wheat pasta, so I don't
Mhm.
eat a lot of pasta.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I love pasta. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I do. But I don't eat it. I don't eat a lot of it like that.
Mhm.
Just every now and then. And then remember we was talking about spaghetti, and
Mhm.
I said, oh, I haven't had spaghetti in a while
Right.
because my husband don't like pasta itself. Only thing he would eat is spaghetti. He don't eat
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese.
My
Now
husband's like that too.
he don't like
He
macaroni.
does
I
like
said, well,
spaghetti.
I eat
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese. Now I eat macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. That doesn't, yeah, that's different.
Now it got a lot of cheese in it. Now, if you ain't got a lot of cheese in it, I ain't gonna care for it. It got to have a lot of cheese.
Right. Right.
See, so we don't mess up the plan. See,
Yes,
we don't mess up the diet already. See, so remember I said you got to do it in moderation.
you've actually given a lot of advice. That was going to be my next, you know, and final big question is like, what's your advice for someone who's kind of, in the place where they've kind of given up or they really just need that push? And we do know that walking is a great way to start and a great
Yeah,
way to just, to kind
yeah,
of to get on the right path.
yes, and
What
you
would you say to someone like
and I
that?
also would encourage them if they set goals, and like I said earlier, don't try to set a goal that's impossible. Start slow and small so you won't get discouraged about it. And you got to realize, give yourself some grace because you're going to have some good days and bad days. And also try to, get with someone or even sometimes with groups or even with the gym, sometimes with groups if you can, get with people who are trying to do the same thing that can motivate you, to try to lose weight. YouTube is a great app to go on for keto recipes or to learn how to cut back or to portion your food or
Mhm.
to give you nutrition about it. It's on the apps. It's on
I've
the
seen so many of those. What do I eat in a day videos? I don't know. I'm like hooked on those types of videos.
Yeah, and it give in Pinterest. You can go to Pinterest and it gives you um a nutrition menu. If you don't know
Mhm.
what to cook, it don't have to be expensive or nothing like
Mhm.
that. You can start on a low carb diet, which is good. You got the keto, and all that doing is just cutting back eating a lot. As Black people, we love a lot of fried chicken. I love fried chicken. I can't have fried chicken all the time.
Uh-huh.
See what I'm saying? So thank God for the air fryer. I put me a couple of, as a matter of fact, I put 4 drumsticks the other night in some in the air fryer and cook it, and God, that thing was so good.
It's so good. That air fryer, like
I love it. You got to
most
cut
of
back
the
because, like I
time,
said, I
things
put
in the
fried
air
chicken. Don't
fryer
get me
now.
wrong. We got a place in our area. They put some good fried chicken, but I can't eat that all the time. You know,
Right.
because you got to watch your cholesterol. And then
Hmm.
out of that, I got the air fryer. And then I told you I cooked my broccoli and soup and missing burned it, forgot.
Yeah, you told me about that. That's
Oh,
funny.
you can't burn this thing? I said, yes, I did. I said, but I learned now because I used
Yeah.
to, because what I usually do is cook it in my crock pot.
Hmm.
So I wanted to cook it a little faster, but
Hmm.
I was trying to watch TV, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I was watching that day. I was watching on Hulu of Janet Jackson documentary, and and a lot of things she was talking about, things she went through in her life, and I had the stove on. I must have had it too hot, but I think what I should have did when I cooked it, it was fresh broccoli. Let the broccoli cook first, and put the cheese in last. That's
Yes,
what.
that cheese will get you. And I remember during that same
Yeah,
conversation, I was making something and I put cheese and I
yeah,
forgot, and that's what like burned the pot. That cheese will get you.
yeah, yeah. That cheese, and then because but you if I had it in the
Do
crock
that last. Not don't
pot,
yeah, don't do it too soon because
yeah,
that'll burn the
I
pot.
learned that because I usually because I made
Mhm.
it before, but I did it in the crock pot. Or if you got one of those Insta pots, but I got a crock pot and I should have put it in there earlier that day.
Mhm.
But I would, you know, how you want something faster than the crock pot. So since I've been trying to hurry that thing together,
I don't have the patience for the crock pot. It's I mean,
unless
for
you
me,
started early that day, you good to go.
right.
Yeah,
Right. I just don't, it's hard for me to get the patience. It's very seldom that I use it. But
yeah.
when I use it, the food is really good. It's very tasty.
You have to take your meat out that night to defrost in the
Mhm,
refrigerator. And what you do is just put it on that morning, and
mhm,
that'll do it. And because, like I said too, and that'll help it, with your meal. But like it was like probably about 2 o'clock that day. I did that 1 or 2 o'clock, and I
mhm.
wanted my soup, but
I
that
know.
did not work. But yeah, but like I said, there's many things on YouTube, many diet plans, or what I won't say
Mhm,
diet, because a lot of time if people say diet, they first thing they get discouraged. Well, another diet plan. But there
mhm.
are a lot of meal plans that can help you, to get you motivated and just
Right.
keep your best to stick to it. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to um be so strict and streaky, but you just got to know your limit to
Mhm.
things. Just because you cook a pound cake don't mean you could eat it all in that one day. So I know people have done that. And then
Yeah,
one
see, I'm not the type of person that can just have like a little sliver of
yeah,
something.
but you got
So
but
that's
I
why I
know
don't have any of it. Okay,
yeah.
so if
But
I
see,
make something, I make a lot of sweets, I won't have
you got
anything
them,
because
yeah,
if
you
I
can't do that. But like I've known people have done that. They just say, well, I need to lose this weight. That's what you ain't gonna lose that weight in that
you're
cake.
not gonna be eating the whole pound cake.
But people do that. That's why I don't. That's why I had cut back bacon and doing all that stuff because I had to cut back. Now when I do it, I cut back even the sugar in it. And
Hmm.
sometimes I'll put the non the other sugar type of is it smell like one of them.
Hmm.
I cut it back. I just cut it back some, because my
Okay.
husband loves cakes and stuff, but I can't cook it like that because he eat too much. He'll eat it up, you know. And so I like even with me, um, I just don't do it like that. I stay away for it. I don't buy those chocolate chip cookies. I don't bring in the house. Now, I'm not saying that I don't have a little taste for something sweet here and there, and which I do because you still got your sweet buzz, but I
Yes.
try not to overdo it. And I was still working on that. But don't try to get in a diet plan that you and it is hard, like you say, you cooking one thing for your family, and then I'm cooking
Hmm.
one thing for me.
Right.
But if you can, maybe before you really season the part the way you use, just take out yours first or something like that. Or if you
Right.
take out the same chicken, just cook it a different way so you don't have to
Mhm.
be because that's a lot of work, especially if you working. I'm telling you, it's gonna get discouraging and you're like,
Right.
man, I don't feel it. So just try to set goals that are real to you. And I find that just listen to other people. Get on if you can't get on the low
Yes.
carb and
Yes. So
and
I would say try to give yourself like a couple healthy snacks
yeah,
just to stay motivated and to keep
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
motivated,
yeah.
because like I'm telling you, it's hard when you're seeing everyone else
I know.
eat all of this sugary stuff and cookies and ice cream. Like right now, the reason I'm a little distracted is because my husband is over here with a whole bunch of snacks.
Oh, not again. The
Like,
last time he had
literally,
that
I am
pizza.
distracted right now. He has all these snacks that I will not touch. I mean, two
Oh,
full bags. Let me show you. Like, I am not joking. I am not joking.
oh my God.
Look at all of this. Look at this. What is this?
Oh, honey,
What is this?
you got my brand there. Okay.
What is this?
Now,
With
see,
the
you ain't gonna do us
salsa.
no justice.
With the
Oh my
salsa. What is this? Oh my
God.
God. Oh my God. Milk
What is
chocolate chip cookies.
no? Oh no, no.
cheese balls.
Oh, I love
Oh
me.
no, you did not do that.
I love
Oh
me
my
some
goodness.
cheese balls. Oh, what is
This
that?
is fried chicken from the Chinese place. You know they have the
Oh,
best
yeah. I
fried
just got
chicken.
me something today too. I'm not gonna story though,
This
Lord.
is ridiculous. And I'm not touching any of this stuff.
Cause you're not on. You're on a special thing.
I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what he's gonna say? These
What
are
is that
sugar
now?
free.
Oh, the sugar-free one.
Vanilla wafers, like the
Oh, those the
vanilla,
sugar-free one.
huh?
Are
It
those?
says sugar free.
Okay.
We'll see. The jury's out on that.
But I taste those, but you know what? Those are real good. Because when I say those are good. Those are real good. I don't know if you ever tried them, but they are good.
Guys,
Oh,
what a way to end
oh,
this. What a way to end this stream, right? He's
oh,
like, he's like, what are you doing with my chips?
oh. And see, now I was like, no, you didn't. Because see, if I was on the special diet, I could not come to your house because I love
Can you
potato chips.
believe
I
this?
do love potato chips. I'm gonna tell you, I am a potato chip person. I love it.
This is crazy.
I feel for you, Mr. Nia. I feel for your baby. Because I'm telling you, I'm
But
not
this
on
is
a
what we
special
have to
diet.
do.
You gotta
I
feed
mean,
your
I'm
body.
telling you, it's hard out here for me.
Yes, I believe it. I believe it. And then he ain't got no cheap brand. He got the good brand. He got the good
Yeah,
stuff.
he's really picky when it comes to his snacks. He's very picky. He's like, has to be this brand, this one.
Well, what kind of thing? Okay, let me ask you. So, what do you eat? Like I said, like, do you eat any kind of sweets, or you don't eat no kind of
Yes,
sweets?
what I do. Okay, I have some healthy things.
Okay, okay, okay.
There's this type of yogurt that's sweet. It's called like a carb master. It
Mm-hmm.
says so I can have that. Oh, those kind bars are great.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind bars, and a lot of those little snacks. They're kind snacks. They have like the chocolate with like the nuts is so good. It's like sea salt and chocolate, and it's only 100 calories. They come in like the little packs, so you can just kind of like curb that, that sweet tooth.
Yeah. So
But
maybe
they're not, yeah, but they're healthier snacks. So I will, have a couple of those a day.
that's
Or fruit, and I'll pair things with fruit like
okay. So that's not
strawberries
bad.
and
That's good.
blueberries and things like that. So it's still healthy, but
It's
you're still
healthy.
getting that sweet
Yes. So do
taste.
you eat the keto? Because my daughter-in-law, she gets the keto desserts, and I've tried it. Oh goodness, it's good. It's real good. I love them.
Yes, yeah.
They're my
Oh, this
favorite.
is Fave Miss Renee. I love her channel, guys. Go check it out. She's saying great topic, very encouraging and motivating. That
Oh,
is
thank you,
what
sweetie. God
Fancy Fit
bless.
Friday is all about. Miss Fave, Miss Renee.
Yes, yes, we
Definitely tune
definitely
in. This is what it's
encourage.
all about. Just
Yeah,
staying motivated, holding each other accountable, having fun, being fancy. Just like she's very fancy.
yes.
This thing is right.
She's
Just
very
being
fancy.
fancy, having fun with your fitness. That
Yeah,
is what this show is all about. Just keeping people motivated. And I, definitely just to end, this discussion with walking.
mm,
Walking is a great starting place. It's
yes,
a great way to maintain what you have going on, to
yes,
maintain good
yes,
health. It's a way to get started and getting on your path to having
yes,
better
yes,
health. And
yes.
when you're already healthy, it's a way to stay that way.
To stay
It's
healthy.
easy, it's free, it's fun,
Yes,
it's peaceful,
yes,
right?
yes,
And if
yes,
you're like me, you can dress up and be fancy while you're walking.
yes, yes. And you can do it at your own pace.
Yes,
You
and
have
like it's
just do it.
and you do something that you love. So if
Yes,
if you're into meditating, praying, whatever it is,
yes,
do that while you walk,
yes,
because it's always you want to bridge things that you enjoy.
Yes. Yes.
and walk while doing those things.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's, I like to dress up, and things like that. I like to be positive, and I like to spread, inspiration to other people. But in order to do that, I have to stay motivated and I have to inspire
Yes. Yes.
myself,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know. So walking is a good way and
Yes.
a vehicle to stay that way. Any last words, Miss Penny?
Well, something you had said a few minutes ago is that you like to keep yourself motivated, keep
Mhm.
yourself, looking nice. And while you're doing this, guys, like I said, you don't have to, be all made up and all this, and when you're walking, but
Or you can be.
or you can be like fancy mom over there. I got a roll. Oh, is she walking? Oh, she taking some pictures. Well, she walking. And I said, oh, that's the fancy mama. But
Yeah.
just in case, but what I'm saying is
Mhm.
that, but take some time for yourself. And this is what it is about, motivating yourself, encouraging yourself, making being feeling good in yourself through the grace of God, and like you said, it don't take much. And what we're trying to inspire here, it don't take much for you to better yourself. You don't have to go out there and do a $1 million surgery and do this and do that. Just work
Please don't do that.
with what you got, what
Keep
the
it
Lord
simple. Keep it
bless you
simple.
with. And we got so much to talk about with that too, guys, because I've learned in life. And like I tell people, I'm just an old natural look country girl. That's all. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, but there's times I know how to get fancy too. So, give God the glory. So I just hope that we're motivating y'all, you know, get in shape. The thing we want you to do is to spiritually be fit, but mentally be fit, emotionally be fit, physical be fit. So
That's
just
right.
like she said, motivate yourself, fix up yourself, keep yourself motivated as God bless us gracefully. So I just thank
That's
everyone.
right. That's right. So, guys, go ahead and check out Miss Penny's channel.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
Penny's Lifestyle Living channel here on YouTube. All
yes.
right. Lovely channel. I love watching her videos. She
Oh,
does
thank you,
all
guys.
types of things.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Nia. I tell you, my
Yes,
God,
Miss Penny.
to God be the glory. So I
Yes,
tell you, this went so fast, and because we had fun, we fancy fun. Come on, so
yes, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, my
fun.
fancy, fabulous friends, thank you for hanging out with
Yes,
us
thank you.
today.
Thank
We thank you so much. I hope you felt inspired to go and get walking and walk it out.
you. Walk it out.
Walk it out, y'all. Okay, you can do
Yes,
it. You can definitely do it. Just put one foot in front of the other.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
if you want to be fancy with it, you can do that too. All right,
Fancy,
whatever it is, you
whatever.
got this. All
Yes,
right, so guys, go ahead, subscribe, like, and share to this channel. If you'd like to work from home, go to panageinc.com. All right, this fancy chat is now adjourned.